You recently asked a question regarding the company's foreign transactions in Egypt. Would a derivative instrument such as a foreign currency forward contract or foreign currency option contract aid in reducing our company's risk in any foreign currency exchanges? Along with this question follows the question of advantages and disadvantages for each instrument. First, I'll go over a bit of Egypt's foreign exchange rate history. Egypt's foreign exchange rate has seen quite a bit of variance over the last 12 months. While staying within the dollar range, large changes even in cents can make a difference in bigger transactions between our company and our overseas supplier in Egypt. As the old saying goes, every penny counts. The rate between the US and Egypt was $17.17 for the month of April of this year, when at its peak last year, the exchange rate was $17.95. This rate has been decreasing steadily since December of 2018, where it was falling from a point of $17.91. This decrease is not necessarily favorable for our company, as it means we're able to exchange for smaller and smaller amounts each time. If this decrease in the exchange rate is to continue, a hedging instrument will be beneficial for our future transactions with the supplier. Two instruments for hedging risks that could be adopted by our company include the foreign currency forward contract and the foreign currency option contract. The forward contract lays out a specific rate that must be used to calculate the amount to be exchanged on the stated day, which would be sometime further on in the future. This contract could hold the company at a disadvantage because the transaction has to take place, no matter the exchange rate at that current time. In other words, if the exchange rate turns in our favor, we could end up paying much more than the current exchange rate at the time. But if the exchange rate turns unfavorable, we would be in a better position with the forward contract as the rate is set. An option contract provides more breathing room than the forward contract. The type of option contract we would likely use is a call option or just a call. This basically means that we call the contract if we want to exercise it. If, when the contract is ready to be called, the exchange rate has changed in our favor, we can just let the contract go. All that would be out is a premium that we paid when the option was purchased. But if we decide to exercise the option, the seller must honor it at the rate given in the contract. After researching these two derivative instruments, it appears that the best choice for us would be the foreign currency option contract. With this contract, we would have no obligation to make the exchange when the time comes. We can, of course, but if it turns out that the currency exchange rate is better for us at the time the option is due than the rate agreed to in the contract, we can simply let the contract expire and go about making our transaction through other means, such as just through our bank. This instrument does require that we pay a premium to the option seller when we make the contract, which could be seen as a disadvantage. This would be the most beneficial hedging instrument for Porter to use at this time with this specific supplier. It wouldn't really do well to choose just one instrument to use solely with all of our international dealings with our different suppliers. It would be a far wiser decision to take each business transaction on a case-by-case basis, noting the historic exchange rates and the current rate, as well as exactly what kind of business we're doing with the supplier. This would help us decide if an instrument is needed, or if the rate is fairly constant, an instrument may not be necessary, as the risk would be fairly low. I appreciate your time. I thank you for it, and please let me know if you have any questions regarding these instruments or anything else that I can help